Welcome back to Remote Freedom. In today's video, essentially what I wanted to do was have a bit of a chat about some of the pros and some of the cons that come along with working multiple jobs at the exact same time. I wanted to essentially do a video that talks about some of the really good things and some of the really bad things. I think some of these will probably be pretty obvious, even if you haven't worked multiple remote jobs, but also I think some might be a little bit surprising as well. So let's get into it. The first pro is the most obvious thing, and probably the reason that most people get into working overemployment and working multiple jobs at the same time is the money. So obviously that's kind of my biggest factor as to why I'm doing this in the first place and why I even have multiple remote jobs is because I am getting paid a lot more than I would. I am essentially getting double, if not more. I have actually a third job possibly lined up. So I will be getting a lot more than double if I'm able to get this job as well. But I'm getting, more than double at the moment what I would have been getting just in my kind of normal 9 to 5 job if that was the only thing that I had. So money is obviously number one. That's kind of my first pro and my first sort of main factor as to why I'm doing it in the first place. One of the biggest cons that I have found is the stress of being caught. I think that I will often get, a Teams invite or, a Slack message or something from my manager saying, hey, do you want to catch up? Or, hey, do you have time for a quick call? And my immediate thought is sometimes, oh my God, they found out, I'm going to get fired. So the stress or the feeling that you might get caught is one of the biggest cons, I think personally, to this overemployment journey. My second pro is the feeling of job security on the flip side of that. So the feeling of if I was to get fired, I do still have an income. I do still have, money coming into my bank, and it's not going to be the end of the world, or it's not going to be as big a deal as if I just had that one income that I was receiving. Next con is having to schedule around both jobs. So, including having to take sick leave or annual leave in order to meet commitments with your other job. This can be super annoying, especially if you do want to take actual annual leave, like you do actually want to go on a holiday. You have to make sure that both jobs are going to give you the time off at the exact same time. Or if one job has, huge commitments that you need to meet for a week or whatever it might be, or for a couple of days, sometimes you have to take leave from your other job or you have to call in sick or whatever it might be. So that is another big con. And then my last pro is confidence. So the confidence that you get to do things for me personally that I probably wouldn't have done prior. So, what I mean by that is things like being able to, or having the confidence to ask for more money, ask for a pay rise, ask for different working conditions, or whatever it might be, because I'm not worried about getting fired. And I do feel like I can sort of say, hey, I want a pay rise. If you don't give me a pay rise, I'm going to quit. And it genuinely be, I am going to quit if you don't give me a pay rise. So it gives you, I guess, that leverage and that confidence to be able to ask for more and receive more from both jobs without that fear of desperately needing to keep that job. Those are sort of my main things. Those are the big pros and cons that I have found with remote working, with overemployment, with all of this sort of stuff that I've been doing. If you have any that you find either pro or con that you really feel through your remote journey or through your overemployment journey, I would absolutely love to hear what you guys think as well. But that's it from me for this week. So subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you again next week.